Hi, I'm Provincial Constable Adam Belanger with the Ontario Provincial Police and the Ride Smart Cycle Education Program. Today, we're going to go over some sections of the Highway Traffic Act that are specific to bicycles. Bicycles are a great way to get around. They're great exercise and can be lots of fun to ride, but they aren't just toys. The first thing to remember is that a cyclist has the same level of responsibilities as other road users. This means that riders must follow the same rules of the road, such as stopping for stop signs, obeying traffic lights, and riding the same direction as traffic. Before we get on a bicycle, we want to make sure we have a proper fitted helmet. Remember the 2v1 rule when fitting your helmet. Helmets are the law for all road users under 18 years of age. Now let's take a look at what a bike needs to have to be safe when riding on the road. First, we need to have working brakes so that our bike can stop. You wouldn't drive a car without brakes, and the same should be true for your bike. A simple ABC safety check before riding will help ensure that the bike is safe to ride before we head out. Next, we want to make sure we have a working bell or horn. This will let us communicate with other road and trail users that we're riding past. We also need to have a front white light and a rear red reflector, or better still, a rear red light if we are riding between dusk and dawn. It's also a good idea to have your lights on if visibility is reduced due to weather. Wearing bright clothing will also make you more visible in all riding conditions. When we start riding our bikes on the road, we're required to ride on the right-hand side. However, a cyclist is permitted to take a full lane if there is not enough space for the rider and the car, in the same lane with a 1 meter buffer beside the rider. A cyclist may also move away from the right side of the road to avoid potholes, sewer grates, and other road debris. When sharing the road as a cyclist, it is important to be predictable. Roadways become safer places when all road users act in a predictable manner. For a cyclist, this means using hand signals to communicate what you are going to do before you do it. Left turns, right turns, and stop. Laws around whether or not bicycles are allowed to travel on the sidewalk vary from city to city, so check with your local police department to determine whether this is allowed. If you are riding on a sidewalk, remember that each driveway becomes a potential intersection, as drivers may not expect cyclists to be traveling along a sidewalk and may turn in front of the rider. When riding on a sidewalk at an intersection, ensure that you get off your bike and walk it through the crosswalk. When riding around slower traffic, resist the temptation to pass on the right-hand side. This is against the law, and drivers turning right will not expect a cyclist to show up on the right side. The only time passing on the right is allowed is when there is a designated bike lane. Following the Highway Traffic Act on your bicycle builds respect from other road users and creates a safer environment for all. For drivers, there are specific laws about how to operate a vehicle around bicycles. When passing a cyclist, drivers must provide a minimum 1 meter gap between the cyclist and their passenger mirror, or the widest part of their vehicle. Drivers must also wait until it is safe to pass a cyclist, even if that means crossing the center line. Drivers should also slow down to pass so that they do not startle the cyclist. Riding a bike is a healthy and fun activity, and a bicycle may just be your first vehicle. So remember to ride smart, ride safe.